Hey guys, my name is Max Otazik from the Mind Medic Academy out of Bakersfield, California. Today we have Casey, and we're just going to do a very quick emotional detox, and then we're going to kind of work it into a bit of a confidence boost. So, Casey, I know that you are very well, you know how to drop into hypnosis. I'm not going to use a whole bunch of time to go over an induction and teach that. We're going to get to the other part, and then I'll kind of try to help other people walk through this. So, why don't you just take a big, nice, big, deep breath, close your eyes, and just go into your hypnosis. Just drop down into your hypnosis. You don't need me to walk you through it. You don't need me to guide you. You don't need me to tell you anything because you know exactly what your hypnosis is. And even as I use the word hypnosis now, even though I'm telling you that you're not going into hypnosis, you are, because this is your hypnosis. And as you allow yourself to just drift and drain and sink and settle into your chair now, you just allow yourself to let go of any sort of anxieties, fears, pains, worries that have been kind of just creeping in from the surrounding area. I want you just to acknowledge any of those negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, and sensations, because in a moment, you're going to be getting rid of all of those negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, and sensations. Because in previous conversations, Casey, you told me that there was a couple of things going on in your life. We don't have to discuss them here. That's your private stuff. But in a moment, I want you to just let go, burn up, throw away, highlight, eradicate, erase all of that negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions. There you go. There you go. I want you to spend a little time around that emotion. I saw a big change right there. I want you to dig deep on that emotional level there. I want you to start digging deep like you would a well until you find exactly what's been playing up in the background. And as you're digging deep into that area, you're going to feel it because it's just going to begin to erupt. It'll just pop up. And when it starts to kind of just bubble up, I want you just to step out of the way and let it just begin to flood out like a geyser. Just imagine as if you would Old Faithful, throwing out, pushing out, ejecting, and cleansing you from all of those negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, and sensations. But I want you to focus on those emotions. I want you to do that on 3, 2, 1. I want you to feel all that bubbling way beneath the surface. All those dark, heavy emotions, those twisted sensations, the hurt feelings, the lies, the betrayal, the confusion, the doubt. All the things that have been holding you back, Casey, I want you just to let them come up to the surface on 3, 2, 1. There you go. All the way. All the way. Go ahead. You've already got it started. Just let it continue to flow. All the way. Come on, from the very depths of your core and who you are, let all that negativity begin to just surge out of you. Let it just flow like a big geyser, a waterfall, just beginning to exit out of your mind, body, and spirit now. You're doing really good, Casey. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Further. Deeper. There you go. And now I want you to amplify that feeling 2 times, 3 times, 5 times, 7 times. It's starting to overflow now. 8 times. Come on. There you go, Casey. Let it go all the way. Stop trying to hold it back. You know you want to let go of all this. You want to be able to take the mask off and be able to say, you know what? I have had my fill, and today's a day that I'm going to get rid of it. I'm not holding this back. I'm not trying to put on a pretty face for anybody. Today's my day that I'm going to walk out of my situation and things are going to be changed. Why? Because I've made a concerted effort. Today is my day. Today I'm starting to change now. Good. And with that same energy and with that same passion, I want you to dig even deeper this time, Casey. I want you to go even deeper into the well until you get to the second spring of water that begins to flood up. All that extra negativity that you may not have even known about, all that stuff that's been locked away in your subconscious so that you didn't even have to address anymore. I want you to go ahead and just dig deep now and begin to unlock, open, unearth, remove, and eject, jettison, and throw away all those negative feelings, images, thoughts, sensations. But right now, I want you to work on those emotions. All the way. Irrigate it all out. Let it all the way out. All the way out. Good. Now, while she's processing, what we just did was an emotional detox. And what that is it's the fights of life. It is feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, and sensations. So while Casey's still processing there, I want to kind of explain exactly how the brain works. Contrary to what we think, the brain doesn't think. It makes associations through colors and algorithms. So some of those things are inputs on how we're able to feel certain situations, how we respond to our outside reality, and then even how we respond to our inside reality. And so it ends up kind of building up into this place where it becomes overwhelming at times. So what we do is we do a emotional detox, and we will clear out all those extra heavy feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, and sensations. And if you wanted to rewind back and kind of see what was going on previously, excuse that, I just had a text come in. But if you wanted to just kind of rewind back and just watch, when I said the word emotions, I saw a big shift in Casey. And so that kind of lets me know that there's something there. That doesn't mean it's always there. Sometimes there is a little bit of a delay, but this is sometimes a reason why I will say things in threes, or I will give multiple different suggestions, multiple different options. I'm giving Casey's powerful subconscious the opportunity, the ability to figure out and line up anything that it wants to do. So if she wants to push things out, that's an option. If she wants to irrigate it out, that's an option. If she wants to burn it up, extinguish it, however she wants to do it, this is her opportunity to correct whatever it is that's playing up in her mind. All I'm doing as a hypnotist is I'm playing as a private investigator, and I'm just trying to identify where are those little areas in her life that there's an emotional spike. And when I see that emotional spike, typically there's like a jarring, there's a a changing in the way she is naturally. So if I were to make some sort of suggestion to something and I see some sort of response, to me, that tells me that's the area that I need to be working on. Good. Now, Casey, now that you've gotten rid of a whole bunch of negative stuff, I want you to go back and fill it. But I don't want you to fill it with a bunch of flippant, non-purposeful stuff. I want you to begin to fill it with really powerful, motivating, confidence building. I want you to get in touch with the super Casey. All I want you to do now is I want you to imagine what the perfect super Casey would look like. Just imagine, if you could, create a clone, but this clone of you is a perfect version. Perfect hair, body composition, comedic style. I want you to get so close to this Casey that you could even tell how she smells. Notice the way that this really confident, well-poised Casey carries herself. I don't want you to just see her off on a distance. I want you to get really close to her. I want you, if you would, just to be able to take mental notes about what you see about this perfect Casey. What's the difference between you and this perfect version? Notice the way that super Casey handles stress. There you go. I want you to notice how nothing really seems to faze her in that way. Notice how that perfect Casey deals in relationships. Notice how that perfect Casey speaks publicly. Notice how this perfect Casey is able to just smile, even in the most difficult of circumstances. Good. And now, Casey, I want you to do something really special. I want you to do something that's going to perhaps change your life forever. I want you to go ahead and just step into this perfect Casey. I want you to become. I want you to begin to put your left foot where that other left foot is. I want you to put your right foot where that other perfect version of Casey is. Put your hands where that perfect version of Casey is. And I want you just to go ahead and just step in and just begin to feel all those emotions, think all those thoughts. I want you to become one. And I want you to notice how your confidence just begins to jump. I want you to feel what it's like to be centered, unshaken. That the winds of life may be blowing all around you, but you are solid. But I want you to remember that strength isn't just in being hard. Strength also means that you have a tender spirit and you're able to connect with people on a very deep level. And all that love that you have for your family and for your dog, I want you just to begin to materialize it. Just imagine, if you could take love and you can create a big white ball. And now I want you to take this big white ball and I want you to put it in. There you go. And you feel it as just a little giggle beginning to just grow. A little smile, a little inside, just a little happiness, a little smile, a soul smile. Good. Now, Casey, when you're ready, and only when you're ready, at your time and at your pace, don't rush. I want you to take all the time that you need to get everything out of this time in hypnosis with this perfect version of you. I want you to learn everything that you can, experience all that you can, absorb all that you can. But when you're ready, and you know you're ready, and you're done, and there's nothing else left to do, at your time and at your pace, just come back into the room, open your eyes, and feel absolutely refreshed.
That was really cool. Oh, wow.
Cool.
Yeah. So in the emotional detox part, at some point, I felt myself just kind of unzip and just fall away. That was really cool.
Guys, I can't give that to her. I'm not in her head to be able to tell. All I'm doing is providing options. And that wasn't even an option I gave her. So anybody out there that thinks that a hypnotist is making you do things and you're under their control, you have no idea what you're talking about.
No.
I've given her multiple different suggestions. Not a one had anything to do with the zipper. She has a moment where she unzips and everything just falls away.
That was cool. And then the confidence one, I could see the confident Casey like on a stage doing a TED Talk, which I have no subject to even do something on, but I want to do something like, I want to be impactful. And so when I put my feet into her feet and I put my hands through the back into her fingernails and stepped into that, and I had a microphone in my hand and I could see an audience. And then at the end, standing ovation, and I was just like, just looking at this big audience going, holy shit.
How'd you feel in that moment?
Amazing.
Good. Now I want you to watch this. I'm just going to grab that dial of amazingness, and I'm just going to turn it up a little bit more. I want you to watch this as I begin to turn this up. Feel that sensation of amazingness begin to grow. Notice how your chest is already beginning to grow even too. We're just turning that up, that amazingness, that confidence that's Casey, that feeling that I have all the knowledge I need to be great in my career.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Guys, if you have been enjoying this type of content on this channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, ask questions. If you want to just tell me a joke, I don't even care. Leave me something down below. Let me know that you're watching. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Thank you.